الحق ولا يكونوا كالذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبل فطال عليهم الأمد فقست قلوبهم وكثير منهم فاسقون اعلموا أن الله يحيي الأرض بعد موتها قد بينا لكم الآيات لعلكم تعقلون رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن استنى بسنته إلى يوم الدين اللهم اجعلنا منهم ومن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر آمين يا رب العالمين ثم ما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'm really honored and also kind of weirded out that you guys waited this long. Alhamdulillah. Wa jazakumullahu khairan for waiting. If I sound a little out of it, it's probably because I am. It's about 8 hours of lecture straight, alhamdulillah. But inshallah ta'ala, I'm here to just share some very brief thoughts with you about an important matter. Something that doesn't come under much discussion nowadays, but it needs our attention. It certainly needs our attention, inshallah. The thing I want to talk to you about is a culture among young Muslims who go on a certain religious journey, especially in Western society. A lot of times, Muslim youth, they live a life of, let's just say, partying. Okay? And then they have an epiphany sometime in life and they turn towards the religion. A lot of youth, brothers and sisters, have this change of heart sometime in their life and they become more serious gradually about the religion. But then what happens is, when they become more serious about the religion over time, they end up becoming very serious about the religion. Very, very passionate. And they find themselves a teacher. Sometimes that teacher is a person. Sometimes that teacher is a series of MP3s or lectures. Sometimes that teacher is a website. Sometimes that teacher is a blog. Sometimes that teacher is an anonymous screen name. Right? But whatever it is, in the end they find themselves a source that they associate as the authentic source for taking knowledge. And when they do and they become very passionate about it, slowly what starts happening is they become very rigid. Become very tough. And the people around them, they don't see, they notice that the people around them are not the same way as they are. They don't acknowledge the same teacher that they acknowledge. They're not understanding the deen the way they understand themselves. So what starts happening is, first they become frustrated with the people around them, especially their family. Right? The youth starts changing, and the first people they become frustrated with is their own family. Why don't you understand? This is the right way to follow the religion. And there's more and more friction. This happens even within a Muslim family. It's even more so when you're a Muslim and your family is not Muslim, but certainly even within your family, if your family is Muslim too, but now you're kind of rediscovering the religion on your own. Right? So this friction develops. But it's not limited to the family either. What happens is you have friends. We've always been friends. But those friends didn't take this religious journey that you did. Or if they did, they didn't take the same journey that you did. Their understanding is a little different. Or they're not as rigid about certain things as you are. They're not as tough about it as you are. And it becomes harder and harder for you to tolerate that. So you start questioning them a lot more. And you come into contact with people that don't see things the way you do. And you make it a point to let them know that they're wrong. That you're right. That this is the way they should do things. There's no other way of doing things, etc. This attitude develops, especially among youth. And there are many reasons for this attitude. There are many reasons for this attitude. The youth himself or herself thinks they're doing what's called Amr bil Ma'ruf and what? Nahi anil munkar. They think they're commanding the good, forbidding the evil. After all, they're telling the brother, the sister, they're telling her a hadith, they're telling him an ayah. They're doing a good thing. This is something they should be doing. This is what's going on in their head. What they don't realize, however, is there's something more going on. There's something else going on. Before you become religious, maybe you're the center of attention among your crew. You're a thug, you're a gang, you're whatever, right? You're the center of attention. When you turn to the religion, You no longer have that. But you need something still. There's an urge inside you to want to show your domination over others. There's an urge inside you, I want to show people that I am in some way, shape or form superior. And in this devious way, sometimes without the person even realizing it, most of the time they're telling people their religious opinion in a show of expressing their superiority. They want to make sure the other person feels like they don't really know the religion. I know the religion. Let me tell you how it's supposed to be. Let me teach you the ayah. Let me teach you the hadith. Don't you know it's this way or that way or the other way? So the religion itself becomes a means by which you promote your own ego. It's ironic because the religion was revealed so we humble ourselves. The deen came so we humble ourselves. And now we're using that very deen to express our arrogance. To express our arrogance. And this is not just something that happens among the youth, by the way. This happens among elders too. Iblis, on what occasion did he refuse Allah Azza wa Jal? He refused to make sajda, right? What job was Adam alayhi salam going to get? What high salary was Adam alayhi salam going to receive? What promotion was Adam alayhi salam getting that Iblis said, no, I'm more qualified for that job? What was the job? Allah Azza wa Jalla created the human being for what purpose? Worship, right? And Adam alayhi salam, inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. He was going to be placed where? On the earth. And what was his responsibility? Service to Allah. It's a religious title. In other words, I'm putting it in simple terms. Adam alayhi salam was given a religious honor. Not a worldly honor. He wasn't given a high salary, a big house, all of that. None of that stuff. He was just given a religious honor. So if you think about it, it's kind of weird. Iblis was jealous of Adam alayhi salam over a religious honor. His ego manifested because he thought he was more qualified to serve Allah's deen than Adam alayhi salam. I'm more qualified in this religious capacity. And this arrogance manifests itself when somebody says, I should be the president of the masjid. I'm the right MSA president. Why did they pick him? Why did they pick her for this task? Why didn't they pick me? This is a religious task. You're not going to get it. You don't get money when you become MSA president. You don't get any, you're going to